Hey, beautiful. Hey, so I know some of you have asked me, Miss KG, can you do some more videos on Dress for Success? I'm getting ready for an interview. I just want some tips on how to master that job interview and how to land the job that I've always been dreaming about having. That's a great question. And I thought, let me just go ahead and do a video. I just did a video on the type of clothes you can wear, the type of wardrobe, suits, tops, jewelry, and all of that. Actually, I'm dressed right now for an interview, if you ask me. So, you can find that video and it's all in there. But first and foremost, presentation. Before you get to an interview, before you step out of your car, know that you have to do some self-talk. Talk to yourself and say, you got this, you got this, you can do this. And if you have which you should have one of these, you should have a folder or a portfolio that you can carry your resume in. Always have an extra copy of your resume, one or two copies of your resume in your portfolio. And always have a couple of notes on the company, their history. Do your homework the day before or in advance, okay? That day of, when you park and you're in your car, you have some, probably 5 or 10 minutes to waste before you go in. You can take a look at the notes that you did on the company, when they were founded, what's their mission, what's their vision, what are they about, what are the core values. Dig deep to find out what the company is really about, because it's not so much if they are a fit, if you are a fit for them, it is a question of, are they a fit for you? So you want to do your research so that you can go in there and also ask questions to not to validate, but to vet, to see, is this a company that I can see myself being a part of? So you want to do your homework before you get out the car. Just look over your notes quickly, take them in. Also rehearse what you're going to say. This should be done before you get to the parking lot. Do your homework the night before, 2 nights before, 3 nights before, or days before. You really go through your homework, rehearse review your resume. I tend to write out what, the main points are. Actually, what I do is I look at the job description that I'm given, and based on that job description, I extract keywords. So if they say high call volume is required, I would say, well, when I was at this last job, I had I mastered a high call volume. If they're looking for HR, I would say, I dealt with accommodations, if that's what's in the job description. So you want to extract keywords out of the job description, and you want to inject your experience into what they are looking for. So you just kind of summarize everything as much as you can, 3 to 4 bullets of what they had given you in a job description, and just kind of inject your own experience, how many years you had, which company, of the last 3 companies that you worked with, which of the 3 you had the experience with. So you want to kind of focus on the last 3, the most recent 3 jobs that you had, and then extract experiences from there that is relative to the job description, and the keywords, you can always bring those out. So when they ask you the question, tell me about yourself, I'll tell you how to answer that in a minute. So you're reviewing your notes in your car. It's 15 minutes before the hour for you to get in. You have to, I would say 15 minutes at least, to go in and wait for the interview and all of that. So you get there. You go to the desk and you say, hi, my name is so-and-so. You say your name. I have a 2:00 appointment with Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so. Okay. And they said, sure, give me a moment. Can I get you some water? And you would say no, because you don't want to inconvenience them and have them to have to go get water, because that's a hassle for them. They may not say that, but it is a hassle for them. So you say, no, thank you so much though. I appreciate that. And you do this. I appreciate that. And so they would ask you to have a seat. And when you have a seat, you just look around the office. You can be like this, just look around, you can even ask the receptionist, how's your day going? They tend to ask the receptionist, every now and again, sometimes they may ask the receptionist, what do you think about her? Who stood out to you? So you want to, be friendly with the receptionist, because you never know, her influence might be a big factor in who they choose for the job. So you just want to ask, how's your day going? Just to spark up a conversation, and, say, this is a beautiful office. Wow, this is really beautiful, And when you're called in, when they said, oh, Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so is ready to see you, you get ready to go in. And you go inside, and you make sure you have your portfolio in your hand like this, okay? And you're walking and talking, and they say, how was your trip there to the office? And you said, wonderful. Never say that you were stuck in traffic, the GPS couldn't get you there, oh, it was, no, you keep it positive. Just say, oh, I had a great trip here. It was so easy to find. Perfect. That's it. Nothing negative. All the rest of the information is TMI, too much information. So just give them the positive and retract it. That's it. So when you get to the room, you may meet the manager or the supervisor, or you may meet a boardroom of people. You make sure you shake their hand. Hi, I'm Kalila Gordon. Nice to meet you, John Max. Nice to meet you. And you try to shake everyone's hand, go around the table. If it's possible, due to the COVID restrictions, they may say no, but, by all means, you do the first approach. And if they decline it, it's decline. But I've never seen that happen, though. Even into COVID, people are still shaking hands and all of that. So you should be good. But of course, respect their wishes if there are restrictions there. Okay? When you have a seat, and be confident and be ready for the interview. And they may ask you, so Kalila Gordon, tell me about yourself. And you say, hi, I'm Kalila. I absolutely love whatever the field is, human resources, education, whatever the field is. I have such and such years of experience in the field, most recently, and you start with the most recent company. What is it that you did at the last company you worked for, or that you are working for right now, that was on the job description? So you can extract that from there. And in the next job, the job after that, I also did ba, 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 ba. You can extract something else from the job description so that they'll know you're giving them keywords that they're looking for. And the third job, at the job after that one, what did you do at that job that they can extract, for that, for the discussion. So boom, okay? Because they're going to ask you that after they ask, so tell me about yourself, right? If they don't ask you, tell me about yourself, they may just spiel the whole, what we're looking for is, and they tell you everything that they're looking for, right? And then, you can go ahead and tell them what they want to hear, or you can just if you've already rehearsed it, you can just tell them what they want to hear about the job description, extract what you got to extract. And then you might not even have to do that, but always be poised. You see this? You sit with your shoulders up, your back is, straight, and you are ready for whatever questions they send your way, right? You are ready and set to go. And so if they, when they say, wow, your resume is very impressive or whatever, they may say, oh, wow, that's great. You have exactly the experience we're looking for. That's great. So tell me, what are you looking for in your next position? So you can say, I am looking for a company that shares the common values that I have. Such as truth, honesty, respect, core values, empathy, those type of things, strong work ethic, those type of things. You can also say, I'm looking for a company where I can move up, where there isn't a glass ceiling, but I'll be able to move up. And because I am looking for longevity at this point in my life. Okay. If they ask, so why are you leaving your current company, or why did you leave your last job? You can say that the company, the company The mission of the company changed and it no longer matched my mission and my core values. Period. You don't have to say, I didn't like my manager. I didn't like my coworkers. It was a mess. It was toxic. You don't have to go through that. Just say, focus on the mission and the core values. We didn't share that any longer. It just changed. It reversed, or whatever you want to say the word is. And that they'll get that. They'll get that. And they'll also get that you're looking for a company now that shares your value, shares your mission, and a company where you can move up, and that is what they're looking for. Okay, when they ask you what salary are you trying to look for, or you trying to get, you can say it depends on the package. Always wait for them to present you with the package, and then you can negotiate if need be. But wait for them to spiel the package. The package is the benefits, the this and that, the hours. You want to hear the whole nine before you give a salary. And then after they give you the spiel and they say, so at this point, what are you looking for? You can say whatever salary it is. And I am willing to negotiate, or whatever the case would be. If it is higher than the, average amount for that position, you can say, but, I am willing to negotiate if the package is the right fit for me. Okay. And then, if they ever ask you, give me a scenario from your current or last job where you experienced this and that, you can give them scenarios, but never ever talk badly about your coworkers. Just always point it back at yourself. What I learned from this is that I have to work on or what I learned from this is that I am a great manager, but that I also have to make sure that, when I'm working with the team, that I delegate or whatever. Always make it seem like you gained a strength out of that challenge if you were the one that, experienced a challenge in that area. You always want to give scenarios where you learned and where you gained a strength and where you improved and experienced growth in your career. And of course, give examples of certificates you've gained, promotions, recognitions that you got from any of your previous jobs, things you creative that you got kudos for. These are things that you definitely want to highlight. And last but not least, you definitely want to, before you leave, and they said, oh, outstanding. We would definitely like to hire you. You can always say, I would definitely like to take, get back with you as soon as possible. And I'd like to think it over, make a decision, and let you know if this is definitely the job for me. And I will be more than happy to get back with you as soon as possible, hopefully before the end of the business day, if not in the morning. Would that work for you? And they will say yes, that, if that works for them. But you don't want to be too hasty and just take the job. You want to think it over, look at the package. If you have questions, you'd have the opportunity to call them back, ask questions. And once you lock it in and they say yes and you say yes, it's hard to change things at that point. With the salary, you definitely want to make sure you get the salary that you deserve and that you'll be happy with. Even if it's a high salary, stick to your number. Stick to your number, because who knows, they may meet you there, but stick to your number. If they would like to negotiate, ask them, what number are you looking at? And, I'll see if that's I'll be able to meet you there, but do not, lower your number. You lower your number only if you can see a means to, negotiate and meet them halfway. Okay. On your way out, they'll say, oh, thank you so much for the interview. And you say, thank you, Mr. So-and-so. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Carol, so-and-so. Thank you, Maria, so-and-so. Thank you. And then you walk out and you have your portfolio and you're just like, thank you so much. On the way out, just say, oh my God, I'm so thankful that I came today. And I really appreciate your time. And whoever escorts you out, you give them a handshake. Have a great day. And I look forward to talking to you guys within the next day. or whatever the amount of time you told them. And that's it. You head to your car and boom, that's it. So be confident and know that if the job is for you, it's for you. And it's good. Either way, it's all good. Just make sure you put your best foot forward.